Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss problems on rotational dynamics part 2. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. First one. In this question, a heavy wheel of radius 20 centimeter and weight 10 kilogram is to be dragged over a step of height 10 centimeter by a horizontal force F applied at the center of the wheel. The minimum value of F is, here we have to calculate the minimum value of F. Let us go to the solution. Here we are taking 20 centimeter radius and this is the heavy wheel. Now this weight of this wheel is 10 kilogram and height they given as 10 centimeter. This is the, it is to be dragged over a step of height 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter and horizontal force F from this is R minus H. Now X is equals to square root of 20 square minus, here from minimum force this is X, we have to calculate X value now. 20 square minus 20 minus H whole square. So X is equals to, now X is equals to square root of 20 whole square minus 20 minus 10 whole square, they given as height 10. So X is equals to 20 square minus 20 minus 10, 10 square. X is equals to 20 square nothing but 400 minus 100, that is equals to 300. This can be written as X is equals to 10 root 3. 100 into 3, 100 root 100, 10 root 3. So F minus F of R minus H is equals to mgx. So now substituting values, radius they given as 20 minus height they given as 10 and 10 into 10 root 3, x value 10 root 3. Now 20 minus 10, 10, so that is equals to 10 into 10 into 10 root 3, 10 10 gets cancels. So F is equals to 10 10 ja 100 root 3. So F is equals to now 10 root 3 kilogram weight. This is the final answer. Therefore, F is equals to 10 root 3 kilogram weight. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. In this question, a cubical block of side L rests on a horizontal surface with coefficient of friction mu. A horizontal force F is applied on the block as shown in the figure. The minimum force required to topple the block is, see the figure, see this is the force, horizontal force is applied here. This is the cubical block of side L rests on the horizontal surface and weight, gravitational force acting on this about, now let us go to the solution. About point O, about about point O, clockwise torque is equals to clockwise torque is equals to anti-clockwise torque. So F into L is equals to mg into L by 2. L gets cancels. Minimum force required to topple the block is, that is, F minimum is equals to mg by 2. Okay, this is the minimum force. Okay, next we will go to the next. An equatorial prism of mass m rests on a rough horizontal surface with coefficient of friction mu. A horizontal force F is applied on the prism as shown. If the coefficient of friction is sufficiently high so that the prism does not slide before toppling, the minimum force required to topple the prism is, see, this is the prism and this is equilateral prism. All sides are equal. Here we are applying horizontal force F, and if the coefficient of friction is sufficiently high so the prism does not slide before toppling. Now this is the force, and here from here to gravitational force acting on this, and this is a by 2, and here root, this height is root 3 a by 2 about point C. This is about point C. Now let us go to the solution. About point C, clockwise torque is equals to anti-clockwise torque. Clockwise torque is equals to anti-clockwise torque. So that is equals to F into root 3 a by 2 is equals to mg a by 2. A by 2 gets cancels. So minimum force required to topple the prism is, that is, F minimum is equals to mg by root 3. This is the minimum force required to topple the prism, mg by root 3. Okay, next we will go to the next. In this one, a rod of length L is held vertically stationary with its lower end located at a point P. On the horizontal plane, when the rod is released to topple about P, the velocity of upper end of the rod with which it hits the ground is. So here, now let us go to the solution. This is the rod of length L is held vertically stationary with its lower end located at point P. Suppose this is the rod located at P. This length L by 2. When the rod is rotating, when the rod is rotating, potential energy is equals to rotational kinetic energy, that is mgh is equals to half I omega square. Now this mg, now h nothing but L by 2, that is equals to half m v square by L square. Here m gets cancels, the remaining 2 gets cancels, the remaining is GL by GL is equals to V square by here 3L square, V square by 3, L square here L also gets cancels. Now nothing but here ml square by 3 into V square by L square, ml square here ml square V square, L square gets cancels, GL is equals to V square by 3. So from this we are writing, taking cross multiplication, V square is equals to 3GL. So at last the velocity of the upper end of the rod with which it hits the ground, that is V is equals to square root of 3GL. So velocity V is equals to root of 3GL. Okay, next we will go to the next. In this question, to maintain a rotor at a uniform angular speed of 200 radians per second, an engine needs to transmit a torque of 180 Newton meter. The power required by the engine is, assume that the engine is 100% efficient. Now let us go to the solution. Given angular speed is 200 radians per second. So omega is equals to given 200 radians per second, and next torque they given as 180 Newton meter. Now power required by the engine P is equals to tau omega, that is equals to 180 into 200. So that is equals to 36 into 10 cube, or power required by the engine P is equals to 36 kilowatts. So P is equals to 36 kilowatts. Okay, next we will go to the next. A uniform rod of length L and mass M is pivoted freely at one end at bottom level and placed in vertical position. What is the tangential linear acceleration of the free end when the rod is horizontal? Now see, this is a uniform rod pivoted at the free end weight gravitational force mg, and this is bottom level L by 2. Now tau is equals to I alpha mg, L by 2 is equals to, that is equals to m L square by 3 into alpha, 1L gets cancels, alpha is equals to 3g by 2L, here m also gets cancels. Now A is equals to R into alpha, that is equals to L into alpha. So that is equals to A is equals to L into alpha nothing but 3g by 2L. So that is equals to L into alpha nothing but 3g by 2L. L gets cancels. So linear acceleration, therefore linear acceleration A is equals to 3g by 2. A is equals to 3g by 2. This is the final answer. Okay, next we'll go to the next question. A wheel of radius 0.4 meters can be rotated freely about its axis as shown in the figure. A string is wrapped over its rim and a mass of 4 kg is hung. An angular acceleration of 8 radians per second square is produced in it due to the torque. Then moment of inertia of the wheel is, here we have to calculate a moment of inertia of the wheel. See the figure. This is the wheel of radius 0.4 meters can be rotated freely about its axis and 4 kilogram is hanging 4 kilogram. So now let us go to the solution. R is equals to, they given as 0.4 meters and M they given as 4 kilogram and alpha they given as angular acceleration 8 radians per second square. We have to calculate moment of inertia. See, this is a 4 kilogram weight and here we are placing the block and this is gravitational force, and now torque is equals to I into alpha. Now F into R is equals to I naught plus M R square into alpha. Now I naught plus M R square into alpha is equals to I naught plus M R square is equals to F R by alpha. So now from this we are writing I naught is equals to F R by alpha minus M R square. So now from this F, in the place of F we are writing mg. Mg R by alpha minus M R square. Now substituting values 4 into 10 into 0.4 and alpha 8 minus 4 into 0.16. So here 4 ones, 4 twos, 2 ones, 2, 0.2. So that is equals to 2 minus 0.64, 16 for the 64. So therefore I naught is equals to, we are getting 1.36 kilogram meter square. Moment of inertia I naught is equals to 1.36 kilogram meter square. Okay, next we will go to the next question. A circular disc is rotating about its own axis at a uniform angular velocity omega. The disc is subjected to uniform angular retardation by which its angular velocity is decreased to omega by 2 during 120 rotations. The number of rotations further made by it before coming to rest is. Now let us go to the solution. Given omega 1 is equals to omega and omega 2 is equals to omega by 2. They given here during how many rotations? 120 rotations, n1 120, and omega 3 is equals to omega by 2 and omega 4 is equals to 0, and we have to calculate the number of rotations before coming to rest, that is n2 is equal to question mark. Now first here n1 2 pi n1 is equals to 2 alpha into 2 pi n1 is equals to omega 2 square minus omega 1 square. Consider this as equation number 1. And the second equation is 2 pi n2, that is equals to omega 4 square minus omega 3 square. This is equation number 2. Now doing equations 1 by 2. Equations 1 by 2. So that is equals to n1 by n2 is equals to omega 2 square minus omega 1 square by omega 4 square minus omega 3 square. Now substituting values, 120 by n2 is equals to n2, we have to calculate the value of n2. So n2 is equals to omega by 2 whole square minus omega square by 0 square minus omega by 2 whole square. So 120 by n2 is equals to omega square minus 4 omega square by 4 by, now taking LCM, omega square by 4. 4 gets cancels. Now 120 by n2 is equals to, we are getting minus 3 omega square by omega square. Omega minus gets cancels. Omega square gets cancels. So that implies n2 is equals to, we are getting 120 by 3. 3 ones, 3 fours are 12. So 40 rotations. Therefore, n2 is equals to 40 rotations. Okay. Next, we will go to the next question. A bullet of mass 10 grams and speed 500 meter per second is fired into a door and gets embedded exactly at the center of the door. The door is 1.0 meters wide and weighs 12 kilogram. It is hanged at one end and rotates about a vertical axis practically without friction. Find the angular speed of the door just after the bullet embeds into it. Now let us go to the solution. This is the door. This weight 12 kilogram, width 1 meter, L by 2 exactly. Now given M is equals to bullet mass, they given as 10 grams, converting grams into kilogram, 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kilogram, and the speed they given as 500 meters per second, and this door weight M is equals to 12 kilograms, and this width 1 meter. So L is equals to I omega. MVR is equals to ML square by 3 into omega. Here MVR is equals to ML square by 3 into, this is capital ML square by 3 into omega. Now omega is equals to MV into L by 2 by ML square by 3. Here we are substituting R is equals to L by 2. Okay. Now that is equals to omega is equals to 3 MV by 2 ML. So that is, now substituting values, 3 into 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 500 by 2 into 12 into 1. 3 ones, 3 fours are 12, and here this 10 to the power of 10 to the power of minus 3, 10 to the power of minus 2, and this 2 are gets cancels. So this 10 to the power of minus 3, 10 here 1 minus 2, this 10 square gets cancels. So omega is equals to 5 by 4 to the 8, that is equal to 0.625 radians by second. So therefore final answer omega is equal to 0.625 radians by second. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. A stationary wheel starts rotating about its own axis at uniform angular acceleration 8 radian per second square. The time taken by it to complete 77 rotations is, here we have to calculate the time taken to complete 77 radiations. Let us go to the solution. Given alpha is equals to 8 radians by second square and omega 1 is equals to 0 and the number of rotations is 77. We have to calculate the time taken. So theta is equals to half alpha t square. Since omega 1 is equals to 0, so theta nothing but 2 pi n is equals to half alpha t square. T square is equals to 4 pi n by alpha, or the simple t is equals to root of 4 pi n by alpha. Now substituting values, t is equals to square root of 4 into 22 by 7 into n number of rotations 77 by 8. 4 ones, 4 twos are 8, 2 ones, 2 11s, 7 ones, 7 11s. So t is equals to 11 into 11, 11 square. So that is equals to square root gets cancels 11 seconds. Therefore, t is equals to time taken is equals to 11 seconds. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. The angular displacement of a particle is given by theta is equals to t cube plus t square plus t plus 1. Then its angular velocity and angular acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds will be. Now let us go to the solution. We have to calculate both angular velocity and angular acceleration. They given the expression theta is equals to t cube plus t square plus t plus 1. They given t is equals to 2 seconds. And omega is equals to d theta by dt, that is equals to d by dt of t cube plus d by dt of t square plus d by dt of t plus d by dt of 1. So omega is equals to 3t square plus 2t plus t plus 1 plus 0. So when t is equals to 2 seconds, omega is equals to, now substituting the value of 2 in t. So 3 into 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 2 plus 1, 2 into 2 plus 2 plus 1. So here 3 into 2 square. Next omega is equals to 3 into 2 square nothing but 3 into 4 plus 2 into 2 2 is 4 plus 1 plus 0. So that is equals to 3 4 is 12 plus 4 plus 1. So omega is equals to total 17 radians by second. Therefore omega is equals to 17 radians by second. Okay. Next we will go to the, now we are taking alpha is equals to, now we have to calculate alpha is equals to d omega by, here now next we have to calculate alpha is equals to d omega by dt, that is equals to d by dt of omega nothing but 3t square plus d by dt of 2t plus d by dt of 1. Now alpha is equals to 6t plus 2 plus 0. Now we are calculating both angular velocity and angular acceleration. So this is angular velocity and this is angular acceleration. 6t plus 2, when t is equals to 2 seconds, alpha is equals to 6 into 2 plus 2. So total we are getting alpha is equals to 14 radians by second square. This is about the values of angular velocity and angular acceleration. Okay, now we'll go to the next question. An automobile engine develops 100 kilowatts when rotating at a speed of 1800 revolution per minute. The torque it delivers is. Now let us go to the solution. Here we have to calculate torque. Given P is equals to power they given as 100 kilowatts and omega is equals to 2 pi n by 60, that is equals to 2 pi by 60 into they given as 1800 revolutions. 0 gets cancelled, 6 1 the 6 3 is 18 0. So omega is equals to 60 pi radians by second. So now torque it delivers. Power is equals to tau into omega. Now tau is equals to P by omega. P they given as 100 kilowatts. Converting into watts, 100 into 10 cubed by 60. Pi nothing but 3.14. 0 gets cancels. So tau is equals to 10 into 1000 by 10 cube nothing but 1000, 6 into 3.14 nothing but 18.84. So that is equals to tau is equals to torque is equals to 530 Newton meter. Okay, next we will go to the next. A stationary wheel starts rotating about its own axis at an angular acceleration 5.5 radians per second square. To acquire an angular velocity 420 revolutions per minute, the number of rotations made by the wheel is. Here we have to calculate the number of rotations. Now let us go to the solution. Alpha is equals to they given as 5.5 radians by second square. Omega 2 is equals to they given as 2 pi n by 2 pi n by 60, that is equals to 2 pi into 420 per minute, that is but 420 by 60. Here 420 revolutions per minute. 6 1s 6 7s, so that is equals to 7 2s 14. 14 pi radiations by second. We have to calculate n. Omega 1 is equals to 0. 14 pi radiations by second. Now we have to calculate number of rotations made by the wheel. So omega 2 square minus omega 1 square is equals to omega 2 is equals to given as 14 pi. Omega 2 square minus omega 1 square is equals to 2 alpha theta. Omega 2 square is equals to 2 alpha into 2 pi n. Now n is equals to omega 2 square by 4 pi alpha, that is equals to 14 pi whole square by 4 pi into 5.5. So that is equals to 14 into 14 into pi square by 4 into pi into 5.5. Pi gets cancels. 14 14 is 196 by 22 into 22 by 7. Pi value 22 by 7. So here 22 gets cancels. 7 1 is 7 2 is 8. So number of rotations n is equals to 28. 28 number of rotations, 28 rotations. Okay, next we will go to the next question. A circular disc is rotating about its own axis at constant angular acceleration if its angular velocity increases from 210 rpm to 420 rpm during 21 rotations. Then the angular acceleration of the disc is. Now let us go to the solution. Here we have to calculate angular acceleration. Omega 1 is equals to here 2 pi n1 by 60, that is equals to 2 pi into 210 by 60. 0 0 gets cancels. Here 3 2 are 6, 3 7 21, 2 2 gets cancels, that is 7 pi radians by second. Now omega 2 is equals to 2 pi n2 by 60, that is equals to 2 pi, they given us 420 rotations per minute by 60. 0 0 cancel, 6 1 6 7 7 2 the 14 pi radians by second. Now number of rotations they given us n is equals to 21. We have to calculate angular acceleration. So omega 2 square minus omega 1 square is equals to 2 alpha theta. So alpha is equals to omega 2 square minus omega 1 square by 2 theta. Now alpha is equals to omega 2 square minus omega 1 square by 2 into theta nothing but 2 pi n. So now substituting the values, alpha is equals to 14 pi whole square minus 7 pi whole square by 2 to the 4 pi, number of rotations 21. So alpha is equals to, taking pi square as a common, 14 square 196 minus 7 square 49 into pi square by 421 into 4 80, 4 1 4 84, 84 into pi gets cancels, that implies alpha is equals to 196 minus 49, that is 147 by 84 into, here 1 pi gets cancels, 1 more 122 by 7. Here now we are taking cancellation, 7 1s, 7 2s are 14, so only 7, 21, 11 2s are 22. Here all 2 ones are 2 and 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are. So alpha is equals to 21 2s are 21 1s are 21 2s are 42. So that is 11 by 2. That implies 5.5 radians by second square. So angular acceleration alpha is equals to, we are getting 5.5 radians by second square. Okay, thanks for watching this video.